Welcome to Interluk News. President Trump has announced that the U.S. government will no longer participate in the G20. His decision is based on a claim that the whole world knows is false, namely the narrative of a so-called white genocide in South Africa. Now let's hand it over to our analyst to discuss the possible consequences of this decision.
What happens when the world's biggest economy decides not to show up where global decisions are made? That's exactly what we're looking at as the United States opts out of the G20 Summit, one of the most important platforms for global economic coordination. Today on InterlukNews, we break down why this decision could have major diplomatic, economic, and geopolitical consequences. 1. A step back from global leadership. The G20 brings together the world's major economies to work on global issues, from economic stability and climate change to debt relief and emerging technologies. By skipping the meeting, the US signals that it's pulling away from multilateral leadership. And that has a cost. America loses credibility and influence in shaping global policy. With the US absent, other powers, especially China and countries in the global south, have more room to step in. This could strengthen blocs like BRICS, giving them greater leverage in international institutions and accelerating a shift in global power. There's also a practical issue. G20 leadership transitions rely on continuity and cooperation. When the US doesn't show up, it disrupts that process, making it harder to push its agenda in the future. 2. Diplomatic isolation. Experts warn that a full boycott can be seen as the US turning its back on global cooperation. That perception alone can strain relations with allies. The US also loses valuable opportunities for bilateral meetings, the behind-the-scenes conversations that often drive real progress on trade, climate, and security. This year's summit is hosted by South Africa, which makes the decision even more sensitive. Analysts say the boycott creates a public diplomatic rift, damaging trust between Washington and Pretoria. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has already criticized the move, calling it a loss for the US itself.
All I can say, in my experience in politics, is that boycotts never really work. They have a very contradictory effect. The United States, by not being at the G20, one must never think that we are not going to go on with the G20. The G20 will go. All other heads of state will be. In the end, we will take fundamental decisions, and their absence is their.
3. Economic and strategic risks. The G20 plays a key role in shaping global economic rules.
Thanks for watching Interluk News. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more global political insights.